On a scorching hot day, two hikers trekked through a vast expanse of dry, brown hills. The sun beat down relentlessly, and with every step, their exhaustion and hunger grew. Their throats were parched, and their stomachs rumbled in protest. As they scanned the horizon, a speck of green appeared in the distance. A tree, hope surged through them. "I'm so hungry," exclaimed the first hiker, his voice raspy. "Look, is that an apple tree? I can almost taste it now, a big, crunchy red apple." His companions squinted, trying to get a better look. "No, I don't think so," he replied, a hint of excitement in his own voice. "I'm pretty sure that's a pear tree. Pears are my absolute favorite. I'm dreaming of a sweet, juicy yellow pear dripping with flavor." With renewed energy, they quickened their pace, their imaginations filled with visions of delicious fruit. They practically ran the last 100 yards, their mouths watering in anticipation. But as they finally reached the tree, their shoulders slumped in disappointment. There were no apples. There were no pears. In fact, there was no fruit at all. The tree was covered in broad lobed leaves and small hard acorns. It was just an oak tree. "Oh no," the first hiker groaned, kicking at a loose stone. "After all that, it's just a useless oak tree. What a waste of energy." He slumped down against its trunk, utterly dejected. But just as despair began to set in, the brilliant blue sky suddenly turned a dark, ominous grey. The wind picked up, and a single fat drop of rain hit the dusty ground. Then another and another, until the sky opened up in a torrential downpour. Instinctively, the hikers scrambled closer to the oak tree, huddling under its vast canopy of leaves. The tree acted like a giant natural umbrella. While the world outside was being drenched, they remained perfectly dry, listening to the drumming of the rain on the leaves above. The immediate relief washed away some of their frustration. They waited and waited, but the rain showed no sign of stopping. The day slowly faded into the dim light of dusk and then into the complete darkness of night. A chill began to creep into the air. "I'm cold," shivered the second hiker, rubbing his arms. "We can't just sit here all night. Let's make a fire. Help me find some wood." They began to search the ground beneath the protective branches of the oak. To their surprise, the area was littered with dry fallen branches and twigs, perfectly shielded from the rain. They gathered a sizable pile, and soon they had a crackling, warm campfire blazing merrily in the darkness. They huddled close, feeling the comforting heat seep into their bones, the flickering flames dancing in their eyes. After a while, the warmth made them drowsy. "I'm so tired," yawned the first hiker. "I can't imagine sleeping on this hard ground. Let's try to make a bed." Once again, the oak tree provided. They gathered heaps of the soft, green leaves that had fallen nearby, piling them into two thick, springy mattresses. They snuggled into their makeshift beds, which were surprisingly comfortable. All through the night, the wind howled and the rain fell, but the two hikers were safe, warm, and dry. They slept soundly, protected by the sturdy branches, warmed by the fire from its wood, and cushioned by the bed of its leaves. They had come seeking a simple snack, a momentary pleasure. They had called the oak tree useless because it didn't give them what they first wanted. But instead, it gave them exactly what they truly needed: shelter from the storm, warmth against the cold, and a safe place to rest. They learned a valuable lesson that night. Sometimes the most precious gifts aren't the ones we expect. They come in surprising forms, often when we need them the most. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more stories that make you think. See you in the next one.